Once upon a time, in a small fishing village nestled between the rolling hills and crystal-clear waters of Nigeria, there lived a young man named Ojo. Ojo was known throughout the village for his exceptional bravery and kindness. He spent most of his days helping his fellow villagers, whether it was fixing their nets or assisting with their daily catch. One fateful evening, while Ojo was out fishing, he spotted a beautiful mermaid perched on a rock near the shore. Her long, flowing hair cascaded down her back like the golden sun, and her shimmering scales glimmered in the fading light. Entranced, Ojo forgot about his fishing nets and approached the mermaid. To his surprise, she spoke to him in a melodious voice, saying,
"Ojo, I have been watching you from beneath the waves. Your heart is pure, and your spirit is brave. I will grant you one wish, but be warned, be careful what you desire, for the power of the sea is not to be trifled with."
Ojo thought for a moment, considering his options. He could wish for wealth, fame, or power, but something about those choices didn't feel right. He looked into the mermaid's eyes and saw a deep wisdom there, a wisdom that seemed to understand the very soul of the ocean. "I wish for the ability to communicate with all creatures, great and small," Ojo said finally. "I want to understand and protect the wonders of the ocean and the world above. I want to be a bridge between the two worlds." The mermaid smiled, and with a flick of her tail, she vanished into the depths of the sea. From that day forward, Ojo possessed the extraordinary gift of understanding and speaking with all creatures. As news of his abilities spread, people from far and wide sought Ojo's help to resolve conflicts between humans and animals. A farmer whose crops were being destroyed by pests would come to Ojo, and he would speak to the animals, finding a solution that worked for both parties. A group of fishermen whose nets were being tangled by dolphins would seek Ojo's assistance, and he would negotiate a peace treaty between the two, and Ojo, with his newfound powers, worked tirelessly to maintain harmony between the natural and human worlds. He spent his days mediating disputes, teaching villagers about the importance of conservation, and exploring the mysteries of the ocean with the mermaid as his guide. The mermaid, who had grown fond of Ojo, would often appear to him, offering guidance and wisdom. Together, they explored the depths of the sea, discovering hidden caves and coral reefs teeming with life. They spoke of the ancient secrets of the ocean, of the delicate balance between the tides and the creatures that lived within them. As the years passed, Ojo's legend grew, inspiring generations to come. People spoke of the young man who could talk to animals, who had harnessed the power of the sea to bring peace and prosperity to his village. And Ojo, humble and kind, continued to work his magic, a reminder to all of the wonders that lay just beneath the surface of the everyday world. The villagers would say that on quiet nights, when the moon was full and the tide was low, you could still hear Ojo's voice, speaking to the creatures of the sea, his words carried away on the waves, reminder of the magic that lay just beyond the edge of town. Years turned into decades, and Ojo grew old, but his spirit remained strong. He continued to tend to the ocean and its creatures, and they to him. The mermaid remained his closest friend and confidant, and together they watched over Th. One day, when Ojo's time on this earth had come to an end, the mermaid came to bid him farewell. She sang a song of sorrow and loss, and the creatures of the sea gathered around to pay their respects. And as Ojo's spirit passed into the great beyond, the mermaid took his hand and led him into the depths of the ocean, where the wonders of the sea awaited him. The villagers would say that even in death, Ojo's legacy lived on, and that on quiet nights, when the moon was full and the tide was low, you could still hear his voice, speaking to the creatures of the sea, his words carried away on the waves, reminder of the magic that lay just beyond the edge of town. And so, the story of Ojo and the mermaid was passed down through generations, a reminder of the power of kindness, bravery, and the deep connection between humans and the natural world. The villagers would tell the story to their children and grandchildren, and they would listen with wide eyes, dreaming of the magical world that lay just beyond their doorstep. The mermaid, now a guardian of Ojo's legacy, would appear to the villagers from time to time, reminding them of the importance of protecting the ocean and its creatures.